Good morning, and this is Jasmine Guevara coming back at you with a new story. Today's story is The Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby is a perfect artificial composed story to represent the American dream. This book takes place in the roaring 1920s, jazz age, when life was all about the great economy, flapper dancers, entertainment, alcohol, and parties. The Great Gatsby is written through the voice of Nick Carraway. He is an upperclassman in the state of New York that resides on the Long Island and finds himself being neighbors with the mysterious Gatsby. Gatsby throws extravagant parties every 2 weeks, which attracted Nick because all he wanted to do was fit in with his fellow upperclassmen. One night, he receives a letter in the mail from Gatsby. It was an invitation from Gatsby to join his party. Nick ends up meeting Gatsby. People would spread rumors about Jay Gatsby and how he receives his fortune. Some say he was a soldier in World War I. He owned a drugstore and went to Oxford, and some even claim he killed a man. Later on in the book, Nick says Gatsby was once a poor man, that his parents were farmers in the Midwest. He later escaped and joined the army. After World War I, he found a drunk man named Dan Cody. Worldly on a boat, he helped him sail back to safety. He became a father-like figure by teaching him how to dress and act. Gatsby hoped he would inherit his fortune, but unfortunately he didn't. Although he didn't inherit his money, he did become rich. It took him 5 years to build his perfect home and have the money he did. The purpose for all of this was to impress and maybe even bring back Daisy Bunchman to his life. They ended up reconnecting through Nick because Daisy's Nick's cousin. Tom, who is Daisy's husband, comes to the conclusion that she's having an affair. Tom also cheated on Daisy with a mistress named Myrtle Wilson. On a late-night drive home, Daisy was with Gatsby. He was driving Tom's car. Myrtle comes running thinking it's Tom and gets run over. She eventually dies. George Wilson, who's her husband, finds out Gatsby killed his wife by accident, so he goes to Gatsby's house and murders him. In my opinion, I believe Gatsby's character was well written because he grew up as a person. He came from nothing to something. He worked hard to become a millionaire and tried fighting for his love. He's a great example of success becoming failure because all his money he made went to nothing because Daisy never ended up getting with him. Then sad to say, Gatsby was killed. I would definitely recommend The Great Gatsby because it shows an epic time in history and it's a great example that greed to